Hello and welcome back to yet another gas walkthrough. This is Quadruples Sudoku by Clover. Um, we at Gas HQ love quads. They are one of the sweetest, kindest, most inviting variants, I would say. But one of the things that is very, very important is they give you a lot of depth. There is a puzzle Clover came out with recently for Ouroboros, which is insane. Uh, I will link to it in the description. It is not even in the ballpark of genuinely approachable Sudoku, but if you if you want to give it a go, I challenge you. I double dog dare you to have a go. Um, One thing about this puzzle, there is so much going on. Your way through will probably look very different to my way through. But what I'm going to try and focus on is just teaching you today that we should just always be looking to resolve clues. If we have clues, we should be looking to resolve them in a particular way. As fast as possible to get some more information. So hopefully that's what my solve will involve. Pardon me. So with that, let's get going. So let's have a look at box one, because that's normally where the secret for a Clover puzzle is. So we have a 1, 2, 3, 4 quadruple. I'm not going to pencil mark it just yet. And a 3, 4, 5, 6 quadruple. Meaning the only places that this can overlap is 3, 4. This has to be 1, 2. And this has to be 5, 6. Now, what we know is with this 2, 3, 7, 8 quadruple, this has to be 2, this has to be 3, 4, 1, 7, 8. Now, we have to put a 9 there, because that's the only spot you can put 9 in the box anymore. So, where do we go to from here? Well, if we go down here, we can see this is 3, 4, 7, 9 quadruple. This is a 7, 9. Our 7, 9 pair resolves this, because where else can you put a 7 in the row if it's not that 7, 9 pair? So, we can do a 7, 8 there. Now, let's have a look over here. We have 2, 3, 5, 9. Because we see a 2, 3 in the row, that leaves us with a 5, 9 pair. Now, 5, 9 pair means that this has to be 6, 6, and that has to be 5. Lord help me, I've just woken up and turned into Simon Anthony for some reason. This is 7, 8, because that's where 7, 8 goes in the row. This is 5, 6. We look at these two quadruples. This can't be 6, because where would 6 appear in this quadruple? So that's 5, and that's 6. This is 1, 2, 8, and this is 3, 4, 7. I will come back to that before. All right, 1, 4, 6, 2, 3, 5. Now, let's have a look at these quadruples. This has to have a 7, and it cannot have an 8, so that's my 7, and I can put 8 in the box. This can no longer be 8, and, well, I need to put a 1, 2, 3 here. That's going to be a 3, that's a 1, 2. But then, if I look at this quad, 3, 4, 5, 6 can't be 7, so it must be 4 and 7. This quad over here, this can't have a 3 or a 5, so it must be a 2. The other way to see it is that this quad has to have one digit overlapping with that quad. So this can't be a 3, it could never be a 5, so that's 2. Now, I can't put a 5 on this quad, so that's 3, that's 5, and this becomes 6, 7. If we look at our quads overlapping again, what's the digit that this one shares with that one? Well, if we've already used the 2, it must be a 7. Now, let's go over here, because I've done quite a bit of work. I can come back to this quad now. So, 1, 2, 3, 9. Well, I can't put a 2 or a 3 there, so I must put a 1. Hey, look, I can also put a 6 there. Well, that's a 1. That finishes off that quad. I can never put an 8 on this quad, so this needs to be 2, this needs to be 1, and that needs to be 8. Put a 2 there. 1, 6 goes in here, and this becomes 5, 8, 9. Let's go up here. Let's do some stuff. 6, 7, 9. I'm like, when I'm recording this is very early in the morning for me. I've just had my daily dose of caffeinated energy beverage. They sponsor me. All right. So I feel like a little bit like a hyperactive child. So this quad needs an 8. In this row, it sees an 8 there, meaning a 1, 2 pair goes there. Pardon me. 4 and 8. Ooh. Let's have a look here. This has to be 5 and 6, which comes up, sees our 9, 5 pair, goes down there. This has to be 2, 3, 4, and 7. Oh, we can do some real damage here. So 7 is 7 gets seen by both the row and the column, so that becomes 7. 4 gets seen by the row and the column there, because we go there and there. So this is a 4. This becomes a 2, 3 pair. Now we are left with 1, 8, and 9. This cell here sees 1 and 9. So this is 8. 1, 9 there. Right, take the 8 out of there. And finally, we're down to our last quad. So 7, 8. Well, 7, 8 can't go there. And 7 is also seen by that one. So this is 7. This is 8. This is 4. And this is 2. Now, all we have to do is unwind the rest of this puzzle. So, take 8 out of here. This needs to be 6. As you can see, there are several red digits shown to me by the conflict checker right now. Like I said at the start of this puzzle, there's just so much going on today that, no stress. No stress at all. We're just unwinding it at our own pace. 9 and 5. 1, 3 makes 9. 1 and 3. And this has to be 3. 5, 4. Oh, that's a lie. I hadn't finished my quads. See? Again, so much going on today. Very little I can do about it. 5 and 1. 9 and 1. This has to be 9 and 2. 4, 7, 6, and 8. And that is Quadruples Sudoku by Clover. If you got any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. But, other than that, have a lovely day. I'll catch you around.